Now let's look at this problem. Just ignore the diagrams for the time being. I'll just brief you on what each of them mean. Okay. So we have been told that there's an inception point from which two bodies have started moving. Okay, with a velocity v1. So since we have not been told which directions they are, let's assume that to the left is v1, to the right is v2. Okay, so two bodies have started moving in a gravitational field, and after some time we have been at a point when their velocity vectors are actually perpendicular to each other. We have been asked to find the distance between the 2 points. So let's assume that these are such points. So what does it mean by velocity vectors being perpendicular? So at any point on the curve, in the path, in the curve, during the motion of a body, the tangent gives the direction of velocity. So if two bodies are moving, their directions of velocities would be in this manner. So at every point in the curve, suppose this is a curve, there's a direction here, there's a velocity vector here, there's a velocity vector here, and so on. So we have been asked to find those vectors which make an angle of 90 degrees when extended backward. So let us assume that at the point P1 and P2, when the bodies reach at P1 and P2 respectively, their velocity vectors, if extended back, make an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, I hope you get the point. So considering this for body 1 and body 2, initially it started with a velocity v1 and then body 2 started with a velocity of v2. If you have to consider them vectorially, this would become minus v2 because it is in the opposite direction as v1. So the velocity vector for body 1 at a time t would be equal to v1 bar plus, sorry, this would be a minus g bar into t. Similarly, for v2, velocity vector after time, I forgot the vector bar here, after time 2 would be equal to minus v2 bar minus g bar into t. So going down, we see that since these vectors are perpendicular, if we were to take a dot product, v bar into t1 dot v bar t2 this would be equal to modulus of v bar t1 dot modulus of v bar t2 dot cosine of the angle between the vectors. So since this is 90 degrees, the entire dot product would be equal to 0. So if I were to just substitute these values, so v1 bar minus g bar into t multiplied by v2 bar minus g bar into t. I have ignored the directional cosines of I and j in this case. So if I were to have an I here, I cap, this would be j cap. Similarly, I would have an I cap and a j cap here. So multiplying as per the cosine law, only directional cosines have to be same directional cosines factor should be multiplied, because if I have to multiply the non-equal directional cosines, the cosine of the angle between them is 0 and hence they would turn out to be 0. So this would be equal to v1 v2, sorry, this is minus v2, so minus v1 v2 plus g square t square. Okay, so but we have seen that this total value is equal to 0. So v1 v2 equal to 0 is equal to g square t square. So this gives us a value of t is equal to root over v1 v2 by g. So coming back to our diagram, these lines which I told you to wait for, so this particular first line is the radius vector r at the initial point. So after a time t for the body v2, this would be the radius vector which would be r2, and this would be r1, the radial vector after a time of t. So if you have to find out the resultant r1 for the first body, that would be equal to R bar plus V1 bar into T minus 1 by 2 into G bar into T square. Similarly, R1 bar I missed it, is equal to R bar, it's the same, both of the points light off at the same time, plus V2, this would be minus V2 bar into T minus half G bar into T square. So I've been asked to find the distance between these two bodies. So R1 bar minus R2 bar would be equal to, so these two cancel away on subtraction. So V1, this is already a minus here, so it will become V1 plus V2, V1 bar plus V2 bar into T. So this is a minus and this is a minus, so it would become plus on subtraction, plus 0. So the difference of the distances between both the bodies would be equal to, that would RD is equal to V1 bar plus V2 bar into T. Then we already have a value of T here, which is root over V1 V2 by G, which is equal to V1 bar plus V2 bar into root over V1 V2 by G. The reason why we considered this negative for the direction of G bar is because it's just acting downward direction. Even if you consider it positive in the reverse direction, you would still end up with the same result.